Label Planet's World of How To presents How to Use Mail Merge in Word. What is a mail merge? A mail merge combines a single document with a data source to create multiple documents with the same design but populated with unique information. For example, you can combine a label template with a list of addresses to create individual address labels. A label template with a database of product information to create individual product labels. You will need Word, a saved data source, for example, addresses or product information in an Excel spreadsheet, Word data file, Access database, or text file. And a label template, choose from a built-in template in Word, using an Avery code, a saved template, downloaded from Label Planet, your label measurements, page size and orientation, top and left page margins, label width and height or diameter, horizontal and vertical pitch, and labels per row and column. A built-in template is best because Word knows how to use a template that is part of its own software. If you make your own template, or use one someone else has made, you will need to complete some steps manually. We supply Word templates and compatible codes for built-in templates for all our label sizes. To make your own template, you need to know the page size and orientation, for example, A4 and portrait. You also need to know the top margin, from the top edge of the sheet to the first row of labels, and the left margin, from the left edge of the sheet to the first column of labels. You need the width and height of your labels. You also need the horizontal and vertical pitch. The horizontal pitch is the width of each label plus the width of any gap between the columns. The vertical pitch is the height of each label plus the height of any gap between the rows. You can get all of these measurements by measuring your sheets of labels, or, if you've ordered from Label Planet, you can visit our template pages to find the measurements you need. Here's how to use Mail Merge in Word. Create a new blank document in Word. Click on the Mailings tab. Click on Start Mail Merge. Click on Step-by-Step Mail Merge Wizard. This opens the Mail Merge panel, which will guide you through the steps of a mail merge. Your current step appears at the bottom of the panel, along with links to the next and previous steps. There are 6 steps in total. Step 1 is select document type. Select labels from the list, click Next. Step 2 is select starting document. An existing document could be a template saved onto your computer, from Label Planet. Click Open to find your saved template. Locate your saved template file. We have saved a template from the Label Planet website to our Documents folder. Click on your template file and click Open. Change document layout lets you make your own template or use a built-in template. Click on Label Options. First, make sure Page Printers is selected. To make your own template, click on New Label. Name your template and set both margins to 0 mm. Now enter your measurements in this order: page size and orientation, labels across and down, label width and height, horizontal pitch, vertical pitch, top margin, and side margin. Click OK. The best option is a built-in template. These templates are compatible with labels sold by various companies worldwide. Many of our sizes are compatible with Avery templates, so you would select Avery A4/A5 as the vendor. There are lots of built-in templates. You can use the scroll bar to find your code, or click on the top code and type the first character of your code. The list will jump to codes starting with that character, so you don't have to scroll quite as far. You now have a starting document. If you can't see the grey dotted outlines of your template, table grid lines are turned off. Click on the Table Tools Layout tab and view grid lines to turn them on. Click Next. Step 3 is select Recipients. Using an existing data source is easiest. Click on Browse to find your data. Click to select your data source and click Open. If you have multiple pages or sheets in your data source, use the Select Table box to indicate which one holds your data. They will be listed here. You can also indicate if your data source has column headers in the first row. You should now see a list of all of the items from your data source. You can refine the list, for example, by sorting, filtering, removing duplicates, or excluding items. You can also do this in step 5. If you are using a built-in template, you should now see the next record rule in every label except the first one. If you made your own template or used someone else's, you will need to add the next record rule yourself. Click on Rules and select Next Record. Repeat these steps for each label, or use copy and paste to add the rule to each label. Click Next. Step 4 is Arrange your labels. This is where you add your design. Add your design to the top left label. You can add text, images, or both. To add data from your data source, you need to insert placeholders. Remember, placeholders can take up more or less space than the data they represent. You can add placeholders using Insert Merge field. You can add data in any order and in any position on your labels. You can change the font, paragraph style, and alignment of your content. You can also add placeholders using the tools in the panel, like Address Block. The preview shows what information has been found in your data source. Use match fields to make sure the right information has been found. Last name, address 1, address 2, and postal code have been successfully matched. But city and state have not, so we need to manually match them to address line 3 and address line 4 in our data source. The preview has been updated to show our full address. Use the tabs to look through a few items to make sure they look okay, then click OK. A single address block placeholder will appear. If you didn't use a built-in template, copy and paste your design, including placeholders, into the rest of your template. Remember, the next record rule must always come before any placeholder content. If you are using a built-in template, use the Update All Labels button to add your design into the rest of your template. Click Next. Step 5 is Preview your labels. This step lets you check for problems with your design. Here the spacing means longer addresses don't fit. Go back to step 4 to correct any issues. We can remove the spacing from our address block. But this moves the block too close to the edges of our labels, so we need to reposition the block. Update your labels and go forward to step 5 to see if the problem is fixed. The spacing now works for all of our addresses. We recommend using a central alignment, as this makes it much easier to print your design accurately. Use the 4-headed arrow to select the whole table. Go to Table Tools Layout and select the center alignment icon. Click Next. Step 6 is Complete the merge. This is where you print your labels. Always test print the first sheet to check for any alignment issues. Use From to enter the number of labels on your sheet. For example, we have 21 labels per sheet. Once you are happy with your alignment, use All to print all of your labels. Edit individual labels creates a new document with multiple pages showing all the items in your list so you can edit each one individually. Your mail merge is complete. Remember, if you save your merged template to use again, when you open your template, you must click on Mailings and use Finish and Merge and Print Documents to print your labels. Do not print using File and Print. Things to remember. Mail merge creates a link between your label template in Word and your data source. Once you save your merged template, you need to keep both files safe to reuse your template. If you update your data source, you need to save your data source and reopen your template to see your changes on your labels. If you lose, rename, or move your data source, you can reconnect your label template, or link it to a new data source, by clicking on Mailings and choosing Select Recipients. Thank you for watching.